Too high. And it's 3-0. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
Shoots this one over to first. Foul. Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4.
Batting fifth, shortstop.
John Lane is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Into the windup and the pitch. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
And after walking him the first time around, he's all business here in the second at-bat.
And oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, I know that instantly everyone's going to start pointing fingers out there, but when you're facing a guy like this, as a pitcher, you have to be allowed to work inside. That'll hurt a bit, but it's just part of the game you have to live with.
John Lane will come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
Oh, and he shoots it into center field for a leadoff single.
So far, he's throwing a lot of fastballs here early in the count. And these guys have picked up on that, so they're just going up there looking for the hard stuff, and they've been all over him.
So stepping in, number 15, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
And this is a big spot here in this ball game. You've got to be able to move that guy up 90 feet. It's a must in this situation.
We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. That's inside. 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 5 on the year. As they will take the lead here, it's now a 5-4 ball game.
Well, I think it's pretty fair nowadays to call this guy a young phenom out there. He's starting.
John Lane will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet, so this is no small task.
Pickoff move to second. Don't want to forget about him. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. One-0 count. Here it is. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. a 2-1 on its way. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. And he makes the throw to first. Lane is retired, 2 down now.
Now batting.
Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
The final line score for
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Tennessee Smokies and the Mississippi Braves. Major League Baseball on the Show starts now. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's been swinging a hot bat all year, and his slugging percentage is soaring over .550. So I think there's a pretty good chance he'll have an impact on this game.
John Lane will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night.
John Lane.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hammonds giving chase, and that's the first out of the inning. With a moment now, John Lane is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Into the windup and the pitch. Smoke toward the hole, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
And this guy's had his way with him so far. So maybe this is the way to change things up. Maybe go into attack mode.
John Lane will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
And he misses low with it, 2-0.
You get the sense he's starting to panic a little bit out there. He's not following through on any of his deliveries, and some of his pitches aren't all that close to the strike zone.
Seared down the first baseline, but this will get foul. 2-1. 2-1, here it is. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
definitely not what you want to do there. Getting into an infield fly rule with the bases.
John Lane steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
Sinker, and that's ruled strike 2.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. All even at 2-2. Here it is. 3-2 now. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Hard hit ball to second, and that is down for extra bases as that ought to plate the go-ahead run and maybe another. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate, and the run will score all the way from first. And he's going to make it easily. It's a stand-up triple.
So much for that tied ball game of a minute ago. 2 runs are in to score here, and he's able to make it all the way around to third with the triple.
Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. Mississippi's able to take this one 8-4. The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Tennessee Smokies and the Mississippi Braves. Major League Baseball on the show is next. John Lane will stand in, and he's been tearing the cover off the ball the past few days as you see his numbers from the last 5 ball games.
Lane.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. John Lane stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Hirsch is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. John Lane will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
The 0-1 on its way. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Iverson is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Now batting.
John Lane will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Bases are empty here, nobody out. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Yeah, he started to go up the ladder there, but then he realized in time that he wasn't going to get there.
Bounce to first. Franco scoops it up, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long. You'll see there he winds up with a 3-hit ball game, and a couple of those were key hits that helped lead his guys to victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to the Show Nation. Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Tennessee Smokies and the Mississippi Braves. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the John Lane will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch on its way. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's retired, 1 away. And with that, so stepping in, number 15, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. A quick out, number 1.
You certainly love a one-pitch.
John Lane will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. John Lane will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Lane.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Hit in the air out to center field. Taylor moves over. And that ends the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We've played 8 full. The Smokies lead it. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And this is what you want out of your starter. Gives him 7 strong innings, sets things up perfectly for his bullpen to get the final 6 out.
The Stars of tomorrow get their shot in the limelight today as the show's coverage of the Southern League is on the air. John Lane will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no, they can't get there. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, McGee. One down.
If you're going to go the other way with a pitch, you've got to be committed to it. You can't just have a lazy swing and pop the ball out to right field. That's not going to do you any good.
Leading off the inning, John Lane, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first.
John Lane will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Hot shot to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
But I'll tell you, I like the way he's handling himself out there. He's going after guys, he's working ahead in the count, and he's keeping the ball around the plate. All the things you want to see in a young...
John Lane will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. And guys, a good outing on the mound for the man you see right there, the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award.
Yeah, a real good performance, as you'll see in his...